morning, y'all. My name's Bonnie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you another pantry challenge meal that I'm going to make, or I should say freezer clean out meal, because some of it's from the freezer and some of it's from the fridge, fridge clean out. So in my freezer I had this hiding in the back. It's 2 pounds of frozen chicken breast, so enough for probably 2 or 3 meals. So I'm going to use some of these. I've got these salsas. Last week I just was really craving takeout from a local Mexican restaurant. So I ordered that, and it came with all these little salsas for the actual meal. And I ordered a basket of chips. And then I also ordered extra salsa thinking I would need more, and it was way more than I needed. So I've got a whole thing of salsa. So we're gonna make salsa chicken with the chicken breast, but then I'm gonna add this ranch flavor seasoning. I wanted the ranch seasoning packet, and I think I got the wrong thing. I got a packet of I got a 4-pack of the dip mix to make ranch dip, but I think it'll be fine because I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit in there for flavor. And once it's all cooked together, I'm gonna add some spicy pepper jack Laughing Cow that I need to use up too. So this will put a dent in there because I figure I'll use 1 to 1.5 per chicken breast. And then I'll kind of I'm gonna try to make it more like a spread. So I'll try with one of the Laughing Cow cheeses with just a little portion of the mix once it's cooked, to see how it is, if it works out. If it doesn't work out, I'll just eat the chicken over rice or something. It'll still be fine. It'll still be good. So this is kind of a little experiment to see how this turns out. I probably won't use a whole pack of this because it's going to be really thick if it's the dip rather than the dressing mix. But I guess I could just add a little more water if I needed, or an extra packet of salsa or something to help it mix up. But I'm going to get started on that early this morning, and then later today I'm going to run to the store to pick up a few more items that I need to make a gumbo, because I'm making a gumbo in advance for the weekend coming in a couple of days for a friend to come over and eat gumbo with me. So, but I'm going to make it today because gumbo is a little bit of an undertaking. So I'm going to do that today, but first I'm going to get this started in the crock pot, and then I'm just going to kind of hang out until later. So I'm just going to pop in here to show you the tortilla wraps that I bought last week that I'll be using for the chicken wraps, as well as the greens that I had to purchase. So as I'm using up what's in my fridge, freezer, and pantry, I still have to buy items to go along with some of the dishes that I'm making. So like this week I had to buy the tortillas and the greens, but I had the chicken, I had the ranch packets, and I had most of the other items. So I just wanted to show you guys this because I didn't include it when I was showing you what I used to make it. Now let me show you how I made it. Okay, I've got 2 chicken breasts in here. I'm just gonna add the salsa. The chicken is frozen, so that's gonna add moisture too as it cooks. So I'm just gonna pour all of this in there. I'm thinking 2 is fine. I don't know that I'll fit 3. I guess I could add a third. There's 6, so if I add a third chicken breast, then the next thing I cook, I'll have 3. So we'll add that in there. I think that'll be fine because I want to make enough. I want to have enough to eat on for a while, and that's a good bit of salsa. I'll add the other 2 green salsas too, just to kind of use it up and stretch it out, and then I'll add the seasoning packet. All right, so I've got the ranch dip mix. I'm just gonna sprinkle some of that on top. Just eyeball it, about half a pack, I guess. Maybe not quite half. I should have measured it with a tablespoon, but this will be fine. And that'll help thicken it up a little bit, and then we're gonna let that cook. So now I've put the lid on it. I had to rinse it off. It was a little bit dusty from the last use. I hadn't used it in a little while. So it's plugged in. I'm gonna, oh, it's already on high. I'm just gonna leave it on high to let it cook because I'm gonna be home watching it, so I don't have to worry about it cooking too fast. And then once it cooks, I'll see if I need to add any more seasoning, but I think that's gonna be fine. And then once it's done, I'll take it out, shred it up, add the cheese, and see what kind of spread we can get. While the chicken is cooking, I'm gonna have my morning coffee. I'm trying to use up some of this sugar that I bought a while back, and this is half and half that I bought to go along with the recipe that I was planning on making. Normally I buy a small carton of half and half, but this is what the Instacart brought. I guess they were out of the small cartons, but I'm gonna do my best to use it up. This is the finished product of the chicken that I was cooking in the crock pot. I've taken it out, I've shredded it. I didn't film it, I just got caught up working on it and forgot, but this is what it looks like. It's all mixed up and shredded. It tastes really good. I added some Tony's sasheries just because I didn't feel like it was very spicy. The salsa was mild, and so I just added some Tony's to give it a little more flavor and some spice, and I put it on one of my wraps. This is what it looked like all wrapped up. I'm not the best at wrapping wraps or burritos, but this one wasn't too bad, and I ate it right away, so it turned out really good, but it has a little more liquid than I wanted. So I think I'm gonna try to perfect it next week with the rest of my chicken and using up the last of the salsa and put a little less salsa so that it's a little thicker. So I'm also making a gumbo today. A lot of the items for this I had to buy, so I kind of diverted from my low buy this week, but I wanted to make a gumbo for my friend. I'd been promising her. And gumbo involves a lot of ingredients that I needed to replace. My oil had gone rancid, my flour was expired, and I wanted to buy some fresh items. I did have the sausage already. That was an item that I already had, as well as the onion. And I did have to buy a fresh bell pepper and fresh celery along with chicken. I did have rice, so I didn't have to buy rice, but I wanted to make this because it's something you make during the winter, and I hadn't made it yet, and winter's almost over. So I didn't film the entire thing, but I did film some parts of my making it. I'm still working to perfect this recipe, so as soon as I have made some progress, I will film it from start to finish and show you how I make a good South Louisiana gumbo. And here we have arrived. The gumbo is made. So I'm just gonna have this little bit for dinner because I've been kind of tasting it as it's been cooking to make sure it's coming out just right. And it really turned out good this time. There's a few things I'm gonna tweak with it still. I'm still working on the recipe, but this time it came out better than the last time, I think. So making progress. Here we are at the end of the meal prep. I just wanted to say thanks for watching. I didn't put all my items on the table like I usually do to get a picture of them after I meal prep, but I was just too tired after working on the gumbo all day. But next week I'll be back to see what I can make out of my refrigerator, freezer, and pantry. I'm learning that this is gonna take me longer than I thought to eat everything that I have. But I'm enjoying the process, and it's really showing me that I can really save some money if I just eat what I have and try to put my food and my money to good use. And I'm excited to see what it'll be like once my refrigerator, freezer, and pantry are more empty and I can fill them up fresh with food that I want to eat each week. I think that'll help me along with my health goals and my weight loss journey. But thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos, and I hope to see you soon.